Not exactly.
Because I know a lot of people watch our podcast. Right, so I'm going to have to be straight down the line here because I'm not going to pretend to know exactly what they are. But I do know what they are, but I just don't explain it. So a peptide is a tiny string of building blocks that acts like a message telling your body what to do. So essentially, it's a form of protein that's already in the body.
I do know
And
that.
peptides are basically just a synthetic version of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the easy person's way to explain it.
Why are they suddenly everywhere?
I think the Ozempic GLP-1 fat loss injections brought everything to the surface, and then it just opened a floodgate for easily accessible options for people. It started to put them into a space where I feel like it's more talked about, easily accessible, more people are getting it, it's not a secret. I feel like it's just come to the forefront. That's what I think. More on social media, doctors are now prescribing it to everybody, people can access it a bit easier. What do you think?
I think that they've come to the forefront now because they've been around for years and years and years. And I think why they've risen ahead now is because there is about to be a law change actually legalising, I think, 7 or 8 different peptides back into the general market now because they were legal to purchase. And they got banned about probably 4 or 5 years ago. So they're like black market stuff. And now that they're actually going to be reinstated, and there is some legal ones out there that can be prescribed, and your influencers are now using them to get good results, therefore are making a comeback because they're deemed a safer alternative.
Well, to me, it's social proof.
Yeah.
People I follow on Instagram all of a sudden have done it or are doing it using peptides, whether it be for recovery or weight loss. And so, of course, we buy into their story. And I'm like, oh, if she's doing it, she recommends it. I know she's been an athlete for 5 to 10 years. I'll look into it. Literally that, social proof. And she could be bogus. She could be getting her stuff from a pharmacy out the back of Texas.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing, when you're looking on all of these websites that sell them, they all say for research purposes only. Like, a lot of them aren't actually stating that it should be for human consumption.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a funny little space we find ourselves in, and it's scary.
No, I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it's great too. But that'll be the next question, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, it kind of falls into that. Why does D hate the secrecy around them? Or is that why? Yeah.
Oh, good question. I had a bit of a rant on my Instagram last week about the secrecy. I don't like it when I see people that have been biggish their whole life and struggled, and all of a sudden they're tiny and they're like, oh, I've been running, or, been healthy, going to the gym. It's like, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. Just be out there and just be like, I've been running along with my Ozempic journey. This is what's got me to a space where I'm really happy with my body and it's allowed me to go running. Great. I love that.
Talk a bit more on that and why you don't actually like that, what it does to the rest of the people that are actually trying. And
yeah, so a lot of the women I work with, a lot of our chats are around they're shitty and frustrated because I see the work they're putting in day out, their battles, their messages, their binges, they're getting over it. They're so putting in the work. They might lose 200 grams and be like so fucking frustrated. Or the next week they might lose a kilo and like winning, but then they see their mate or someone at the gym that's just dropped 10 kilos in 6 weeks. Like, human nature is they're fucking annoyed. Like,
are peptides cheating?
Oh, someone in the gym this morning said, fuck peptides, it's cheaters.
I did hear that.
That came from someone who's never had an eating problem in their whole entire life.
Yeah, so I think it's black and white.
Is it cheating?
Yeah, it's very simple, black and white.
Is it cheating?
Yes or no?
In what context?
No!
The context of competing and taking, if it's a banned substance, definitely definitely cheating, right? But
not
if you
competing,
so
is
it,
it,
you've got to look
cheating
at
on fat loss? Is that what you mean?
No, is it cheating on, because it is cheating in general. If you want to compete and use, because you're thinking just peptides for weight loss.
Yes.
This is because that's your area. There's peptides for, and half the CrossFitters have been done for peptides.
Let me rephrase. Is it cheating at life?
Well, again, is it cheating at life?
I don't think so.
No, so I do. I think depends what you want. If you want to walk around with a 6-pack and all you're going to do is you want to take peptides to get that 6-pack, yeah, it's bloody cheating, right? But I think if you change your attitude towards it and say, okay, I'm going to follow a strict eating pattern, I'm going to recover, I'm going to train properly, and I'm going to add peptides to my routine. Is that cheating? Absolutely not.
Because they're still putting the
Absolutely
work.
not. And also the other thing is too, and I'm sure Dee will go into it in a second, but if you've got someone that's been given 6 months to live because they're obese, they're overweight, and the only way they're going to survive and the only way they can do it is by taking peptides, what are you going to say? Oh, you're cheating, die. No, of course you're not going to say. You're going to say, yeah, you know what? Let's take the peptides, get the weight off. Then we'll work on the emotional side of things, which I'm sure you'll talk about. So no, I think there's instances where, yes, it is cheating because people are lazy. Yep. And they don't want to do the work that it takes to get there. But then on the other hand, it's definitely not cheating if it's a life-saving thing, or you are doing everything right and you still want more results. That's my opinion.
A little scenario, and I might not put this in, but if you had, say, like me in the gym and in the gym, and we're like at similar fitness levels, and I all of a sudden start taking peptides and I just like overtake in the gym and start looking awesome and start smashing workouts and lifting heavier weights,
Okay, that's a good question, because this is where it annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
In that instance there, if you want to go to that next level and that's what it's going to take, absolutely go for it. You know what? But own it too.
But out and proud.
But own it. You don't go around boasting that this is done naturally.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what
it's new ground.
We're essentially saying that. We're essentially saying, hey, you know what? In the end, it's no different from taking antidepressants. I don't expect anyone to come and tell me that's your choice. You know, it's the same as taking peptides, your choice. What I'm saying is, don't go around spruiking how good you are against someone else, because that makes that other person feel like they're not working hard enough or they're missing out on something. So let's not put it out there. Or be honest, when someone does ask you, even though it is up to you, it's your decision in the end.
I'm also really interested in the long-term strategy for that for someone. Meaning, like, I would consider going on them if my soft tissue injuries keep rearing their head for recovery, because it's stopping me going to the gym as much as I want to be able to go to. No. What I mean is why is Carly on them? Is it because she wants
to confirm she's not on them?
I know, Carly's not on them. Does Carly want to be ripped? Does Carly want to not have to do as much work but still be amazing? Yes. Does Carly have lots of niggling injuries that she needs to be able to recover from better so she can push to that next level? Who knows? What I'm saying is, what's the strategy for that person?
Yeah.
Why are they doing it? If it's for quick fix, yes, it's cheating. If it's just to get to a really end point because they don't want to put the work in, that's cheating. But if it's for a strategy around building muscle and going to the gym more and being able to recover better, I think yes. But yeah, be out and proud about it as well.
Well, that's your opinion too. I don't think you have to be out and proud about it. I just think there's different circumstances that warrant the choices are taken, that some warrant it more than others. But who am I? Again,
I think it's going to be interesting to watch the state of the gym cultures, to watch the state of the gym culture. What happens in these tight-knit communities when different people all of a sudden turning up really skinny or ripped and doing muscle-ups all of a sudden, or lifting well beyond what they were used to lift, and what that does to communities and people. I'm more so in the girls. But I know you personally, you always come home and you've measured yourself against someone else. You have a person that you're always up against, right? In your head, you're like, oh, Mark or John or Peter, wherever he's at, I think I'm at. I did well if Peter didn't do that well, or if he beat you, you're sad. What if that Peter, John, Mark all of a sudden got ripped and started speeding ahead of you and going out of control?
Well, see, I'm not the best person to ask. I'll tell you why, because I've been in the industry for a long time. So I've seen people come and do that, and you turn around and you go, we know what you're doing.
How would it make you feel though?
How does it make me feel?
Your training.
To be honest, I don't really care. Like, it doesn't.
Bullshit.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't worry me. I think that, again, if they're competing to compete and win, then they're cheating. It's
let it all out. No, I can see what you're doing at home. You're dieting hard. You're going without food. You're low energy, and all of a sudden, old mate in the gym.
Yeah, but I'd call them out. That's the difference between me and you. Like, I'd call them out. I'd turn around and say, yeah, but you're only beating me because you're on bloody peptides. From a normal person's point of view, when I say normal person, someone that just hasn't been in the industry, it'd piss me off.
Yeah.
Right? When I say piss me off, I'd actually probably, the person would, I think if they were that influenced by it, they'd probably ask the person, hey, what are you doing? Are you doing extra stuff outside of here? What are you eating? What's your nutrition? And I think people would do that. Or I think the person that asked their coach just say, hey, is Joe Blow, like, do you know if they're eating any certain way or they training extra? What's going on? Like, they've had really, like, I want to know what they're doing because if I want to do what they're doing, but that's from a member's perspective. I don't think that. I think it'll piss a lot of people off. I think it could piss a lot of people off.
I think it'll piss people off until it's out and proud for everybody and it turns this corner.
Yeah, but then I think when it turns a corner, then it's going to be, you're going to get these people that are too scared, right? Too scared to go and do it because of everything they've heard, right? And hopefully we cover that. But they're going to be too scared to take it. And they go, oh yeah, but he's on peptides. I would look like that too if I was. But that comes down to
like the old steroids.
Absolutely. So it's too scared. People have choices. You choose to take it, or you're jealous.
You're not taking it. You're jealous.
Is it a long-term thing? What happens after? Do you have to keep taking them for the rest of your life in order to get these results?
With the fat loss peptides, fat loss drugs, it's a crash diet because it's not a long-term thing unless they can find something that's safe for people to continue dosing for the rest of their life. It's not a long-term thing. People have to put in the work. And this is where I come in as a nutrition person. People have to do the education alongside it. So no, it's not a long-term thing. Maybe the recovery side of things, I don't think they're saying people can be on it forever either, but maybe to get their body into a good state. I don't know enough about it yet to know whether the recovery with peptides and the skin ones and all that are going to be long-term. But diet-wise, it's just another fad diet that people will go on and off. I think people that are severely obese that need to be on it, it'll get them to a state where they don't need to be on it long-term so they can give them that kickstart that they need. I think it's great.
I think the big thing we're forgetting to mention here too, it costs money.
I'd rather be getting Botox.
Well, fair enough too. But again, like people look at your lips, oh, they look great. Oh yeah, great. Yeah, but she gets Botox. Yeah, what's going to happen when she doesn't get Botox?
But remember, Botox was a huge secret. No one talked about it.
Well,
I
didn't know old mate was getting it for like 5 years.
Or 3. I was using my cash stash.
I was wondering why her face wasn't moving. She wasn't getting angry.
You didn't know.
She wasn't getting angry. Yeah, because your facial expressions didn't change for 5 years. I think that's one thing we have forgotten is that there's money associated with this, and I don't know about anyone else, but money just for us doesn't grow on trees. So you got to look at that. So I think that's going to affect long-term use of it as well.
Yeah.
In terms of the health side effects and stuff like that, I don't think there's enough research out there yet to see what long-term effects it's actually going to have on the bodies and
That's
stuff like
the scary thing, though.
that. Well, there's been studies. There is actually a lot of studies if you do your research. There is,
and it's been around for a long time.
It's been around for a long time.
Years.
But again, I think we're having this conversation before the podcast. It's if someone's giving you a life and death scenario, I'll give you a tip. If someone says to me, take this and it's going to drop the weight and you're not going to die of a heart attack in 6 months.
Or you're not going to need knee reconstructions.
Or anything like that. Or take this now and you're going to potentially have cancer in 20 years time. Well, give you a tip. I'm going to take the drugs over 6 months versus 20 years. I think that's just a no-brainer in life, I think. So long term.
We don't have to agree on this one.
What's your final verdict long term?
What's yours?
I think it can be. I think you can take it long term. That's just that's personal opinion. That's not I think.
But you wouldn't.
I don't need to.
Well, you wouldn't, and you wouldn't pay for it. Like if it's going to be $400 a month or whatever it is plus, you're not going to just keep dishing that out. You're going to stop.
Well, it depends what your goals are.
But wouldn't you get to that point and be like, all right, I'm good? And that's what I mean by like long term. What happens when you stop taking it? Do you just go backwards? You fall it because you haven't built those habits?
I would say so, absolutely. Because it's different because a lot of the peptides are naturally formed in your body.
So all these with the CrossFit athletes.
So all these are though is synthetic version of what we already produce in our body. So I think the body will go back to the homeostasis state, right? Back to its natural state. It's not like steroids. The cells don't double and they automatically, as soon as you stop, they go back to the smaller cells. It's not like that. So it's completely different. So I think that you could probably cycle on and off it for the rest of your life if you needed to be. Absolutely, because it's, again, what's the difference? Well, there's a lot of difference between human growth hormone injections, right, for testosterone levels and stuff like that, versus peptides. You know, so I think if you're using it for the right reasons, and your reasons could be different than mine. You could be health reasons or it could be aesthetics. I don't know what aesthetics plays in your life. I think long term, I think that's an individual question that needs to be answered by that person after they've done their research.
Yep.
Would you personally take it?
Well, both of you looked at me at the same time. Yes. Yeah, I would. 100%.
Why?
Because it works. There's proven studies out there say it works, and I know personally it does work. I'm not ashamed to say it. I've tried peptides.
20 years ago.
It wasn't 20 years ago. I haven't tried steroids because I think steroids, even though there's more research out there and I think done properly, again, yeah, I'm not worth. It's not worth taking the risks, you know. But as I say to all my guys, again, is have a reason why you're taking it.
What would be your reason?
I'm going to insert a video here of you, I don't know how many weeks ago it was, against that wall, and you were a couple kilos heavier and probably in a completely different mindset.
Yep.
Why did you choose the path you've gone down now, which is a deficit and training a bit more consistently as opposed to peptides?
Okay, good question. One, I'm a tight ass. Yep, so I don't want to spend the money. But two, I've experienced what can be achieved by doing it naturally too. So the results I got from using the peptides wasn't the results that I really wanted, you know, because I wasn't doing everything else right. I wasn't training right, eating right, and recovering right. Yep. I've done that naturally, all three of those things, and the results I got were insane. You know, like I was ripped. I felt good. So I know naturally I can achieve this. That was mine's aesthetics, but for injury, would I take it again now? Yes, I would, but for different reasons, completely different reasons. The reasons now would have to be for muscle repair and that sort of thing, not for nutrition, because I don't need that. I know it's hard, but I'm prepared to work at it. So I know the results I can get from that. But for chronic injuries, chronic disease that potentially is going to be helped by it, mate, get on it. Like literally, like I would recommend to anybody. Yeah.
Yes. So when Ozempic and all that came out, and I was like, oh, that'd be fun. Imagine taking that and not having to eat. Skinny.
You're anti.
I was anti, and then I think it was great for the people that needed it. And then I started to see that, oh, what's their end game? But I think I'm like James. I don't think I'd ever actually allow myself to do it because it's just, I want to be able to eat. I want to be able to eat for the rest of my life food. I want to be able to eat food when I want to eat it, if it's in a deficit or in a surplus or maintenance. I don't want that altered. I don't want to feel sick. I don't want all that. And I want to have the energy to train. When the peptides thing started coming out and all the people I follow starting to talk about it for women 40 plus, and all of a sudden I saw a bit of an out for my soft tissue injuries that keep occurring for me, I thought I would consider this absolutely, because the only thing that's stopping me training every day is my soft tissue injuries. It's not sleep, it's not motivation. I want to get up and train, but I can't. Well, it's harder because my body's slowing me down. There's niggles, things hurt. All of a sudden I wake up one day, I can't move my neck, and it's all perimenopause symptoms and hormones.
She's getting old.
It's literally, I'm getting old. If someone's giving me a peptide that can help my body recover better and feel better, absolutely. Yeah, but I wouldn't take it off the black market. I would wait till it's approved and there's some good studies around it. I definitely am interested.
There is good studies around it. There is.
And we need the cash, because that's something I can't do on my own. I cannot fix my injuries on my own. I'm stretching. No saunas are going to fix that. My hip decides one day to go on me. Like, it's just a next level. You'll never know. You'll never get it, what it's like.
Are you scared as gym owners of what it could do to the industry?
I've got it. I've got this. I think it's great. I really do. I think that as a gym owner, we've been doing this 15 years, a long time, yeah. And I think it's fantastic. I think this is a great tool. I think used in the correct way and the right way, I think it's going to allow more people to train. I think it's going to allow you to train longer. I think it's fantastic. But what I will say on this is, and we are going to look into it, is working with the right people that actually can prescribe it, and not just like we said, black market, actually working with doctors that actually legally can prescribe it, and working with that doctor to put that person that's come to them
On a strength program.
on a strength and nutrition that can work out why, one, for the nutrition side of things, what they need to do to change their habits or their mindset, which is exactly what Dee works with, to make them long-term so they don't have to rely on it long-term. And also recommend, the doctors recommending us so we can work together on their exercise programming and building stronger people and getting them healthy and fit.
A long-term strategy.
A long-term strategy using this, because like you got Joe Blow that might be 160 kilos that can't go for a run or can't do anything because they're too big and they get too sore. Let's get them started on this, you know, and get the weight off gradually, and we can work with them with their exercise, one, and with the doctor, and also with nutrition, you know. So I think it's fantastic. I think this is a good opportunity for gym owners to be able to jump on board and do it properly. So I think it's great. I think anything that's going to help society become better and fitter is what we're about.
I think with all the advertising around peptides and Ozempic and all that, is the overarching thing is people still need to fix their habits.
100%.
And strength train. That's the thing that's coming along with it all. So I don't see it as a bad thing for gyms at all.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I think, again, it's personal preference if you want to tell people to.
Oh, where'd you go?
I went back to a question before that's popped back in my head. You don't have to be loud and proud about it, like you said.
In my line of work,
Yep.
I'm seeing a lot of pissed off,
Females.
frustrated females.
Yep.
So it would help if the people around them that have dropped 20 kilos in 7 days be out and proud about it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a real hard area. Like, you don't want people to have to justify every time they post a photo of themselves, like, disclosure, I'm on peptides.
Yeah.
But you also, you want to know, but you also don't really expect.
Peptides.
Look, you know the other thing on the other end of that is too, it's the people that have potentially, like myself, because I can guarantee you there's questions that will be asked in another 2 months.
People will be asking if you're on
100%. I will almost guarantee
I might need to vlog what you eat in a day over 6 days so people know you're actually in a deficit.
It's crossed my mind, you know, like I won't have taken one peptide for this whole time, or Ozempic, because I can guarantee, look at James, he's lost 25 kilos.
So that's another thing, right? People that are putting in the work.
That's what I was
Hashtag not on Ozempic. Hashtag not on peptides. Yeah.
That's exactly what I meant. It's like people have been accused of taking it when they haven't.
I think, though, you're the extreme because you're dropping weight quite quickly because your deficit is huge, whereas someone like me, I might drop half the amount you do over each week. Mine's more gradual.
I think you should broadcast it. I think that's your option, or your...
Don't lie about it, though.
Yeah, don't bullshit about it.
Yeah. If someone compliments you, potentially, what would you say?
What would I say?
It's environment.
Yeah,
so
get onto this shit. It's good for you.
This client of mine, she's in a small group training environment, and one of the ladies came in and was tiny, and she was like, everyone's like, oh my God, you look amazing. Yeah. Is that where she comes out and says, actually, like, if she's out and proud, that's embarrassing for her. She shouldn't have to. Yeah. Essentially, it's her life. It's no one else's business. Like,
so you're going back on what you said?
Not going back. It's situational dependent. It all evolves.
Well, it's no one else. In the end, it's no one else's bloody business.
It's not. So, and that's on this other person's. That's the other person's issue, not the Ozempic lady.
Yeah. So personally, it doesn't affect me, but I could see how it affect other people. Can I just add to this? I wanted to, when at the start there, I explained what peptides were. So I wanted to give you a sort of a description that most people think of peptides. So we produce a couple of chemicals in our body, one to tell us we're hungry, one to tell us we're not hungry. Yep. So all it is basically a synthetic form of the drug to tell us we're not hungry. All right. So we get an injection in your body, you basically put in a synthetic version of something we produce naturally going into your body and basically says, hey body, I've produced this because it's been injected in me. We're not hungry. Therefore, we're not the hunger hormones. So therefore, we're not as hungry. I think that's the best way to describe a peptide and what it does for you. So
fat loss.
Yeah, fat loss peptide as well. So and again, it's repair. It's the same thing. So our body produces repair enzymes and stuff in the body. You basically, it just quickens it. So you're putting in a double dose of it. Your body's working twice as hard to repair it. What I would say to people though, with any time they're going to do this, and this is a big thing. In the end, it's your body, your decision. Go through the right channels to get it. Do your own research. in the end, you're the one that's got to make the call. You're the one that's got to live with the final decision of what it could contribute to your health long term. In the end, you want it to be your decision and said, I made this choice because of, so therefore I've now got this element because of my choices, not someone else's. So the other thing I wanted to say is the reason that a lot of these peptides aren't being produced in a band is because they can't be governed by the pharmaceutical board, because they're naturally occurring enzymes in the body or proteins. So they're just a synthetic form. You cannot patent them. So therefore they can't be patented, which means the government body doesn't get money, which means the government doesn't get money from it. Bad. They've been around for years and they were given to a lot of cancer patients. Big reasons why they were developed in the first place.
Yeah, it's a money thing.
But their government can't paying tax because they can't be patented. The big pharmaceutical companies are missing out. The government's missing out. Therefore, that's why I find they'll be banned. They're going to be 7 of them are going to be legalised in July. That's it. Thanks again for joining. Anything else you want to say?
No, we're done.
No, it was good.
Good. Done. Oh, my legs. I'm so sore.